come on in the come on, Nikki, come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah, I got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? What's up, people? Come on in the room. Where my comments at? Hey, Jessica. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Hey guys, how are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Thank you all for joining me today at this time. I know we were supposed to meet yesterday, but I had to cancel yesterday's live. No jokes here, full disclosure, no lying. I told you I'm having a hard time. So I just needed a bit of a little self-care. I'm actually going to do some self-care tonight. I'm going to give myself like this luxurious queen bath. And then I think I'm going to do a little getaway this weekend. Yeah, we're all going through something really difficult, and it's very hard when you do the right thing and are penalized because others are not. So some things are just going to have to be sacrificed. And it's unfortunate for the people who have been doing the right thing since the beginning, but it is what it is. So yeah, I was thinking about what I can tell you guys that would make sense. But yeah, I was just having a hard time. So, I'm trying not to shop. So I'm trying to find other ways. I'm working out, but I don't want to rely on working out because I don't want it to like lead into an eating disorder, because I struggled with that back in my early actress days. So yeah, my truth. I'm here though. I love y'all. I'm here though. I love y'all. Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a good liar anyway. Great actress, terrible liar. Terrible liar. Yeah, we're not gonna lie here. I'm gonna be honest with the Star family, so you can be honest with me. When you need to take a break, take a break. If you're feeling like things are not okay, do not push through it. That is the worst thing you can do when you feel like you're going to have a little break or like something is not okay. Don't push through it. Tend to that right away. I'm starting to learn that as an adult. Oh, we got a super chat. Hey, Shan. Hey, my love. Shan said, missed your Star fam. Nikki, thanks for all the entertainment. Thank you for being here, my love. Missed you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, GG88. Yeah, it's okay. Like, that's another thing. We have to normalize, like, not being okay. Because I think so many of us, when we're not okay, we feel shame. Like, it happens. Like, it happened to me yesterday. And today I was like, I got to think of a lie. I got to tell them something. Like, what can I say? But I just... One thing about a lie, you tell one, you got to tell another, and you can't keep up with the lie. So I'm just, especially at my big age, I'm just not lying anymore. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. So yeah, it's okay to not be okay, especially after, not even after, especially living through a global pandemic. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. So, is it Spancita or Spancetta? Whatever it is, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Simply Simone said, this week has been too much in pop culture. Let me tell you something. There's two people who I follow on TikTok who give me like all the pop culture info that I need. And it is Simply Simone and Kempire Daily. That like anything that I need to know about, like, especially the shows that I review, they will keep me up to date. So Simply Simone, plug your TikTok, so the Star family can follow and support you. Thank you. Hey, Tanar. Yes, honesty is the best policy. Let's tell the truth in the nicest way we can, give out the truth with some honey. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna do it. Racking my brain. Even until I came on, I was like, what am I gonna say? What am I going to play? Just the truth. It will set you free. Because aren't I always saying, I got this from Funky Daniva, but don't let nobody spray you with your own tea, right? So thank you, Shan. Thank you. You know what, Black Lavender? I was feeling that way too watching this. I was just like, you know what? Because they do that all the time in these shows. They show you a trailer and make you think something is going to happen, and it actually really doesn't happen. So they could be trying to throw us off. This might actually be one of the very successful couples of this season, or maybe the franchise. Maybe the franchise. And shout out to my moderators. Thank you all so much. It did. That's another couple that I think actually might work. Hold on. Did I get a super chat? Hold on. I think I caught that one from Shan. I got another one. Afua. Hi, my love. Afua said, hey, Nikki, we support you and we are here for you and authentically and genuinely support you. My therapist says nothing comes to saying to balance me. Thank you so much for sharing, Afua. And thank you so much for the super chat. It was just a hard time. It was just a hard time. And I was just like, I just can't do it. And that's okay. And don't feel guilty about it, right? Don't feel guilty because I did. I was just like, but I can't do it. I can't do it. So I just watch some funny videos, some of Sippy Simone's TikToks. I did a bit of writing, cleaned up. That's another thing that helps me. I don't know about anybody else, but when I'm feeling sad, I get to cleaning. There's nothing like an extremely clean home or space when you're going through something bad, because how can you feel bad? Like when your sheets are like freshly cleaned and they smell good. Like you can't stay sad that long. So, but yeah, I'm starting to realize that what we're still dealing with starting to take a bit of effect, because I felt like I was getting out of it. And I felt like I was getting out of it. I was getting out of it because I thought we were getting out of it. And the fact that we're not, that things are starting to be back in, things that things that were lifted are now being, brought back. And it seems like we're, at least for Cali, it seems like we're going to be on another mandated lockdown. And I'm just like, I want to get off this roller coaster. I'm done. Not done with you. Not done with you. Thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, no. Spincetta or Spincy. Thank you for so much. Thank you so much for giving me another name to call you. But this is one thing that I have learned from my friends who have and I'm saying that you have like a ethnic, I don't know what your ethnicity is, but I've learned this from my my African friends and from my Indian friends and from my Asian friends as well, Asians, South and East Asian friends. Say my name, you know what I mean? Pronounce I have a name that's Nicole, right? The only thing that I ever get annoyed with is when people try to put an H in my name, right? But I just don't want you to have to give me a nickname so I can say your name correctly. I would love to know how to pronounce it correctly. Yeah, you don't need to give people a nickname. You can like, this is how you spell my name, period. Because I think that happens to so many people. One of my East Asian friends that I met in high school, she when we were like, I told you about her. All through high school, she had like one name, and then we didn't know her real name, the graduation. And we were like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, my parents gave me this American name so it could be easier for. And we were like, absolutely not. This is your name and this is what we're calling you. So that's my little thing. But thank you so much for helping me to give me something a little easier. But I would love to pronounce your name correctly. Thank you, Simply Simone. Yeah, listen, Denard, I started that, right? However, I started, the weight that I had put on, lost from quarantine, I was gaining back because I just started. Y'all know those, those blueberry biscuits that I make all the time from Black Girl Baking, that cookbook that I'm always showing you? Black Girl Baking she has this recipe for these delicious blueberry biscuits, and I make them all the time, and me and my family are obsessed. I just started baking. And the thing about when you bake, unless you have somebody to give that to, you're going to eat all of that. So I was eating like 4 biscuits a day. And then I was making dinner biscuits. You know, it was too much. It was too much. So I'm like, I have to find something else. I'm not going to do the shopping. I'm going to be responsible with my eating and with my working out because, you know, I don't want to get into a dangerous territory. So what can I do? Watch funny videos and funny movies, you know, and that's what I did. And I'm back. And I'm back. No. Hey, Dr. M. Dr. M said, when I'm sad, I either listen to music or watch the Fast and the Furious franchise. I don't know why that particular franchise, or baking cakes. Yep. Hey, Tony, thank you so much for joining us. No! Why did you change your name? Spency said that she's Black and Guatemalan. I'm saying my nickname because I'm so bad at spelling it phonetically. I get it. Thank you so much, Spency. Hey, Samantha. Samantha said, I'm so glad you said it, Nikki. You always say my name right. People usually get confused because of the Y. Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Monique is here. We're here like booty here. Oh, God. I will never give my delicious blueberry biscuits to Justin Bieber's tether and that gang of rascals that runs around this apartment complex. Oh my God. Like when I was on I think it was my third to last live, the third one from last, you were probably on it. That little boy was breaking into the jacuzzi again. Just in broad daylight. Now they're doing stuff in broad daylight. Before they were spray painting their little rich kid gang signs all over. It's okay. Not my children, not my business. Not my children, not my business. Who is this? Thank you, Angela. Thank you so much for the super chat. Angela said, my daughter's moving home next week. She is going through something similar. I wish she stress cleaned. Angela. Thank you so much for the super chat, and love and light, joy, praise of blessings to your daughter. You know, it ain't easy, but it's normal. That's the thing that I wanted to say. This is normal stuff. It happens. It happens. Hey, Nicholas Express, the Cheerio Twins fan is here. Hey, Nikki. Listen, when Misha, when she called them the Cheerio Twins, I was like, she has a different name for them every episode. What's up, Sean? Thank you for joining us. Yes, they're into spray painting now. Before it was breaking into the jacuzzi at midnight. Why are your 9-year-olds out of the jacuzzi? I think that their parents think because, you know, it seems like we're in a safe neighborhood and it seems like this apartment complex is safe, but you need to like watch your children. Like, I don't know how to say it. Like, you need to watch your kids. Not everybody is safe. You need to watch your kids. Hey, Carmen Sandy. Carmen Sandy said, when I'm sad, I like to watch shark movies and the Jurassic Park movies and vampire movies. Me too. I am the same way. Wow. Because I just watched this movie on Netflix. Netflix called me because I gotta help y'all with your horror section. It's not that good. Y'all got a lot of slashers, but there are so many different genres of horror. But I will say this, they have a lot of great Asian horror films. There are some that are a little like, and I'm a horror girl, right? I can watch it because it's just, you know, I think because I work in like film and TV, I just know what the behind the scenes of something is. So I just don't get afraid of it, right? But they're like the Asian horror films. I got to take a little break. I'll be like, oh, let me open up a window. You know, where's my Bible? You know what I mean? But like regular horror, I'm fine. Like American horror, I can do. Asian horror, I'm just like, whew, this is intense. This is intense. There's one on Netflix that I feel like I will never finish. I think it's called The Eighth Eye. That is some of the scariest stuff I've ever seen. And I'm just like, I'm never going to finish this. If I can't watch it in broad daylight, a no for me. It's a no for me. Oh my God, Nicholas Express. When I'm sad, Love and Hip Hop ATL seasons 1 through 3 cure me. Listen, top tier reality TV back in the day. Yes, Love Like You Are. It's like, because it's so like, I won't say scientifical, but it's like such, their horror is so mental. It's not like simple horror. It's like so mental. And you're just like, oh my God, what? When you get to the end of the movie, you're like, I will say I did watch the Kingdom. It's like a special movie, like a one-off special movie that is a part of the Kingdom franchise, the zombie flick. So basically this was like a prequel to what we saw on season 1 and season 2 of Kingdom, the show, the East Asian show on Netflix. So I watched that because what I like about Kingdom is like it's a movie, it's a show about zombies, but that's not like that. Zombies are the background. It's not the storyline. So I could watch something like that and be okay. There are other stuff, the Eighth Eye, I'm never gonna finish it. Never gonna finish it. Me too. But I was too sad for my true crime. So I know I was down bad. I was down bad because normally my See No Evil, I have them all saved on my DVR. I can watch a marathon of that and be good, but that didn't help. That didn't help. You know what, Black Lavender, I did see Fear Street. It was very young adult. Very young adult. And, you know, I just did not feel that the lead's love interest, I didn't feel like they fleshed that character out enough for me for it to make sense that she was doing all of that for her. I was just like, I need more of their backstory. I need more of this character to believe that all of this stuff is worth it. I need more, but it was cute. It was cute. It was cute. Listen, if you can't get through it, it's okay. It's that scary that it's good. That scary that it's good. Yeah, Italian horror is also very good as well. There's a lot of Italian horror films, a lot of their theme, or, you know, when you find out the ending, it always goes back to something religious. I wonder what that tie is. I'm not Italian, so I don't know. But it's always like the majority of the Italian horror films that I've seen, the plot has always been something religious. Always something religious. Now that was a young adult horror show that, you know, it's some of the stuff. Yeah, I watched that in broad daylight too. I wasn't afraid, but I was like, sometimes when they chant and stuff, I'd be putting the volume down. You know what I mean? I have to play a little Clark Sisters after every episode. You know what I mean? That show was a little different. It was good. I hated the ending, but it was good. See, I need to watch a good African horror film. Oh, wait, you didn't say horror, but sometimes African movies give me a good chuckle when I need it. Is there like an African horror genre? Let a girl know. Oh, Monique. Oh, I can't even watch that Dr. Pimple Popper. Dr. Pimple Popper. I can't even watch her trailer. Nah, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. Anyway, before we get started, I've been talking to you guys for way longer than I intended. Thank you so much for lifting my spirits. I love you guys. We're here. We're going to have a good time. The first show that I'm going to talk about is Married at First Sight because I have more to talk about with that show. The next show we're going to talk about is The Real Housewives of New York. And then the third show we're going to talk about is BET's Encore. We're going to end with that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Mirla and Gil. The more I see of Mimi, because I know how to pronounce the name, but my tongue is just getting caught up. The more that I see of Mimi, the more that I feel like she might be the problem. The only problem in this marriage. Guys, what a 180, right? Remember when we first met her? Like, I was crying when she was sitting down with Dr. Kyle talking about, you know, wanting to be a part of this process and why she wanted to be a wife, why she wanted a life partner. I was like, that whole scene had me in tears, and everything that I have seen of Mimi after that, it's just been like, where is that woman at? The one that we met when you sat down with Pastor Cow. Is she going to be the Chris of this season? Is Maryla going to be the Chris of this season? Because if Chris did this to the experts, then I could be like, oh, okay. Because after sitting down with her, I would absolutely pick her to be a part of this process. But the more we see of her, I'm just like, oh, you got another side. And it's not cute, Maryla. I mean, it's still early, so I won't call it. But some of the things that she was doing, like how she was treating the makeup person. And the thing about it is, if you are somebody who is friends or a family member with an awful person, maybe you should let them know instead of giggling. Like, I was absolutely bothered by the way that Maryla was speaking to the makeup artist, but I was even more bothered by her adult friends. And I guess maybe it was because her wedding, it was because it was her wedding day and they didn't want to upset her, but the giggling and, let us pray, she's difficult. No, check that. You know what I mean? Like, let your family or friend know that that is not how you treat people. That is not okay behavior. Check what's going on inside of you to make you want to do that to another person. Because the makeup girl is just like, I was just hired to do this freaking job. Like, why do I have to be talked to like that? I don't like makeup. No, I don't want. What is it? I just need to pout. Like, there's a way to talk to people. Oh, I don't like makeup. Are you going to use that? Can we just use the powder around here? Thank you so much. You know, I know that I'm wearing these freaking bedtime Vegas lashes, but I'm not a makeup person. Like, there is a way to communicate. You do not have to be nasty. Who is this person? I just, it's still so early, but I'm like, Maryla, I don't know. I do not know. I will say I love this moment right before her wedding when she was with her brother and he was just looking at her and saying, you know, how beautiful she was. Her brother is walking her down the aisle because their father passed away. And like his voice started cracking and he just started, you know, getting choked up and crying. And they had that really sweet moment because, you know, if her father was there, the brother wouldn't need to be there, right? So there's that loss and that love and that joy in that moment. And it was really, really beautiful. After that, it went away. Maryla, I was just so disappointed. I was so disappointed because as soon as she walks down the aisle, the first thing she says is in her confessional, oh my God, he's bald. My husband is bald. And listen, I'm not mad at her for that, right? This is why I'm kind of like, I feel like, that was a lot of likes. I feel that the experts do match successes for this show. But I also think that because it's a show and because it's entertainment, they give us couples like Maryla and Gil. Couples that will give us conflict, couples that will give us drama because they're so different. If a person who comes on this show and says, I'm going to be a part of this experiment where I marry this person for the rest of my life, or, you know, how long this process is, I'll stay committed to it. If I'm saying this is what I'm attracted to, give me that. Gil is a handsome guy. So that's why Maryla was just like, oh, it's okay. He's attractive. I'm fine with it. But I wanted a guy with hair. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. If she's saying this is what she wants physically and there's nothing negative attached to it, if she's just like, I just like guys with hair. There are some women who like guys who do not have hair. We had a whole conversation about attractive bald men, right? So, you know, I feel like if that's like a physical preference that they want that is not aligned with some kind of trauma that they endured as a young person or as a person in general, give them what they asked for. Right? Because it could have went another way. Maryla could have seen him and just been like, oh, he's handsome, but he's bald and I don't want a bald guy, and turn around and humiliate Gil. So I just think that stuff like that, I think giving somebody a person who is, you know, like with Brianna and Vincent. Brianna has the money, right? So she spends, but Vincent is somebody who saves. I think that's a good opposite to give somebody. Physically, I don't think you should play with that on this show. And I feel like for this couple, this show did that. This is going to be the conflict drama couple. And I believe the show intentionally did this to give us drama. And I don't like it. I don't like it because I do not believe that these experts set up everybody to win. Maybe in real life, at their practices, at their businesses, on a reality TV show that we are watching for entertainment, I do not believe so. Hold on, guys. Hey. Yeah, I'll just take a regular meal. Like, what are you getting? Are you getting a 6-piece? Really? I don't like their. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it because I don't got nothing, so I'll take it. I'll get what you're getting. I'll get the same thing. All right. Thank you, my love. Bye. Sorry, when it's food, I gotta pick up. Hold on. Who is this? I don't know why. As soon as I get on live, my phone just starts blowing up. You know what? I should probably get the star nuggets. Have you guys ever tried the star nuggets from not Jack in the Box? Dear God, no. Carl's Jr. There is a YouTuber that I follow that gets it all the time. And it's stars, so y'all know I like stars. I am thinking about getting that and just trying it. Star nuggets? Anyway, thank you guys for being patient with me. Thank you guys for being. Let me get back to my notes. What was I talking about? Food, child. What was I talking? Oh my God, what was I talking about? I totally forgot. Oh yeah, I just believe that because this is a reality show, some people that they absolutely set up to fail. And I think it's Mirla and Gil, and I need to watch a little bit more to prove my point. But I feel like from just what I've seen so far and in the preview, Mirla could be a producer plant. Because I don't know. I just don't think that somebody could be this awful, like right off the bat. You know what? I thought Chris was a plant. I don't know. I think I just want her to not be terrible. And I'm getting that you're terrible. Oh, Mirla. Anyway, so when she walks down the aisle, they meet each other, and Gil, he gives her his vows. First of all, they both look amazing. I mean, if it works out, they're going to have a beautiful family. They both looked amazing. You can see that they were both attracted to each other and happy that they got the partner that they got. Gil, I loved his vows to Mirla. Mimi's vows to Gil. Oh, sis, it's so early, and I don't want to say this. It's so early, but you don't seem like a good person. Oh my God, I feel bad. Because she had me at that sit down with Pastor Kyle. She had me, but it's just like, I promise to love and honor you as long as my Louboutins, as you get me my Louboutins. And your wedding vows? That did not go over well with his family. Did you see Gil's family when she threw in the Louboutins to her vows? They were like, so they know. So the family already knows because you want this. And even Mirla's family was saying that she likes a lot of nice things. I don't know how much you make as a principal consultant, but I have an idea of how much firefighters make. I don't see this couple working. I think they were set up to be the drama and, possible divorce of the show. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because I think there are two really great people who could benefit from this relationship. But the way Mirla is going about this, I am very, very, very concerned. I will say the Spanish connection helped them. It really, really did, because it started off a little rocky from them vows and from Mirla giving her husband her cheek to kiss. Like, really, girl? I don't know him. He's a stranger. But you're in a wedding dress. You got your mama there, your bridesmaids there. This is your wedding. You can't kiss your husband? Like, you rejecting your husband on your wedding day? Oh, Gil. Oh, no, Gil. Are you the Colombian Mel version of Paige this season? Is Myrla the Spaniard version of Chris? Oh, God. I think we got Chris with a coochie. Oh, Lord. Anyway, I feel like, this was a little bumpy, but I believe that the Spanish connection really helped them, because when they were sitting down talking at the reception, it was a little cold, right? It was a little icy. But then when Gil said to her, "Do you speak Spanish?" She said yes. Said, "I'm Colombian. Oh, I always wanted to go to Colombia." And he was like, "It's important that you speak Spanish because my mom only speaks Spanish." Oh, my mom only speaks Spanish. So that was that cultural connection, was able to like really get some kind of joy where there was none. Kill. I feel so bad for him. Before I go on, hey, Joseph, thank you so much for the super chat. Joseph said, hi, beautiful. Today, my day, lovely T Live, and you, I feel blessed. Mira and Gil will not make it. Sorry for that, girl. Do you think you're on Lovely T's channel? I'm NikkiStar. I'm not Lovely T. Thank you. I get it all the time, but this is NikkiStar. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you stay, even though you think I'm probably somebody else. Welcome to a NikkiStar TV Live. I hope I ain't take somebody else's super chat. Is this a super chat for Lovely T? Thank you, Joseph. Thank you so much, Joseph. Hey, Lovely T. So anyway, as they have that cultural connection, Myrla brings it down again, because she goes right back to, material things. When Gil is like, "Do you want to have children?" One, maybe two, if you give me a mommy makeover. How is that the first thing on your mind? I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm very, very concerned. I'm very, very concerned. Anyway, let's go to Bao and Johnny. The tea ceremony, stunning, beautiful. I cried. Man, I don't know. Am I just a wedding crier person, or was the weddings beautiful? I think the weddings were beautiful, because I definitely cried at this tea ceremony when they were bringing the families together and they were giving the parents tea, asking for approval of their marriage. And then the part where they were thanking their ancestors. Tears. It was so beautiful. I came into this show being very concerned about Bao and Johnny. I feel like this relationship is going to be a success, or at least I am really rooting for them. I love these two. Can you imagine their story? We met a very long time ago in college, was attracted to each other, didn't do anything about it because we thought the other was so different. Came on a reality TV show about getting married at first sight, did not know that the other applied for it. We saw each other when Bao walked down the aisle, and now here we are later, happily married, at our son's wedding reception. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, it's beautiful. I hope it works. I feel like this might be a couples cam couple. I really, really do. And I also want to say, I know their college classmates started a group chat, or they're probably in a chat on Facebook Messenger. They have to. Because how can you not, for the people who went to college with them and know them and have seen their interactions, how can you not start some type of group chat talking about this? This has to be the talk of their respective colleges. And of course, the local Vietnamese community. Oh my God. I will say this. Like I said before, I don't want a woman to be in a relationship with a man, and have to be his therapist or heal him, right? I think that Bao is a tough cookie, and that's not a bad thing. I think she's a tough cookie, and what I would love for some of that toughness that she has. Hold on, my light. What's going on? I would love for some of that, if she directs some of that toughness to helping her husband release himself from the shackles of his absentee father. He wants so much approval from that man who has never been in his life. And I'm hoping, at least because Bao seems like she can get up and walk away from a situation, easy. So I hope that she can help him in that area, because that is a pain in his heart, that father who just gives him nothing. And I don't know why, because Johnny seems like a great guy. You have a great son, sir, that you did not raise. Be thankful for that. Anyway, let's move on to Zach and Michaela. I don't know about you guys, but I was a bit concerned with Zach having these tearful meltdowns leading up to the wedding. I was just like, oh, Zach, what's going on? Like, what are you crying about? Because he would say that he's happy for his wife and he's happy for his future. But the way he was crying, I was just like, what you're saying is not adding up to the meltdown. What's going on? Is everything okay? We don't know. It could be that something will come up later in the season, but I was just a little concerned. Hopefully it was just happy tears. Hopefully. Michaela, her something blue from her dad, tears. When her sister gave it to her and she held it in her arm, she was like, my dad was a nerd. And it was beautiful. I love the something blue. I really love Zach and Michaela's families. I hope it works out, because you guys have a great communities. You guys come from great families. I hope it works. Oh, hey, Joseph. Joseph is back. Okay. I did not. I thought you thought I was lovely T. He said, girl, I know who you are. We're both doing a live at the same time. It was for you. Thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. Oh, God. But yeah, like I was saying, they have great families. I hope it works out, because it seems like they come from two great families that will be able to support this, this couple through, a marriage experiment, that we are all hoping will be successful. So when Michaela walks down the aisle and sees Zach, Michaela likes what she sees. Michaela likes what she sees. She was like, oh my God. And then when she gets down there, the way she was giving him them bedroom eyes, she was... Did you see her doing that stuff with her tongue? I was like, Michaela, calm down. This is your wedding. Wait a minute. She goes, oh, you're handsome. I love her. She's such good TV. But she liked what she saw in Zach. And it appeared that Zach liked what he saw in Michaela too. So I was like, good. Because when he turned around and he saw her, his face lit up and I was excited. I was like, yes. Okay, this seems like this is going to work. It seems like it's going to work. But Michaela, I think that her and Zach are going to consummate that marriage the night of the wedding. If they don't, it's because of Zach. Because Michaela is ready. She was trying to give him a Zach Jr. at the wedding. I was like, hold on, girl. You want a Zach Jr.? Who knew? Did you guys think that she was this funny? She's really, really funny. She has great comedic timing. What does Michaela do? I forgot what she did that fast. But she's good for TV. She is really, really good for TV. Michaela's vows, beautiful. Zach's vows, I was like, oh my God, he memorized his vows. And Michaela was like, oh, wow, I didn't memorize my vows. So here goes. He memorized them. They were so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I like this couple too. So I'm rooting for Belle and Johnny. I'm rooting for Zach and Michaela. Absolutely. Mirla and Gil, we got to put a prayer circle around that couple. I'm concerned. I am concerned. And speaking of concern, just a little bit of concern, just a little bit. After the wedding, when Zachary was talking to his groomsmen, and they were like, how are you doing? How's everything? Like, what do you think about it? He was like, that kind of threw me off a bit. And it could be the show using, a Frankenbite to make us think something that actually isn't happening. And if you don't know what a Frankenbite is, basically reality TV shows, they can a Frankenbite is where you can take your audio and apply it to any kind of footage on the show. even if it doesn't apply to that moment. And that is just basically a way to throw the audience to think one thing is happening when actually another thing is happening. So that could be a Frankenbite, but just that little moment, concerned me. I'm hoping it's a Frankenbite. I really, really, really hope it's a Frankenbite. That said, I absolutely love their wedding picture. Oh my God, guys. They look so beautiful. I hope it works. I really, really do. I hope it works, Zach and Michaela. I really, really do. I hope it works. Let's get to Brett and Ryan. So we don't see Brett and Ryan's wedding or Rachel and Jose's wedding. We just see them getting ready for the wedding. We'll see their weddings next week. Ryan, the more and more footage that I get of him, he still seems very cold. He seems like a very cold person. It seems like he's hiding something or that he's going through something internally. I'm very concerned for Brett because I believe that they cast her to be his therapist, his healer. And I don't want that for her because she is somebody who is desperate, not desperately, but she really wants to be married. She wants to be married through this process, but she really wants to find love. I believe her. And I just hope it's not what it looks like or feels like that I'm getting from Ryan. He just does not seem to be into it. How did he pass the auditions for the show? Like, how did he even get the casting call? How was his interviews with the casting director and the casting agents that they were just like, this is the guy that we want to have on our show? The guy who barely speaks, the guy who looks like he's going through it in every scene that we film him in, the guy who we have to put him in a scene with multiple people so that he can speak because he will not speak on his own. How did y'all cast him for this show unless y'all set Brett up to be the crier the whole season because she's with a partner who does not fulfill her or desire her or is rejecting her in some kind of way? I hope you guys did not set up y'all super fan like this because Brett is a crier. She cries happy tears, sad tears, normal tears. Like, she is just a crier, and she's an adorable crier. Because when Brett is about to start crying, her nose gets red when she found her dress. And she was talking to her family. You could see her nose getting red. And then the tears started falling. And she was like, this is the one. This is the dress. I enjoy her. Her and Michaela have similar energies. I hope that they were able to become friends. Because they have really similar energies. I like Brett. I like Brett. I hope that Ryan is in this marriage. I hope that the only time he is making her nose red is when she's about to cry happy tears because he has made her so happy. I hope her nose is not going to be red this whole season because this man is mistreating her. Oh, she deserves better. Hope I'm wrong, Ryan. I hope I'm wrong. Rachel and Jose. I still like Rachel and Jose. I don't see the flags that you guys are seeing yet, but we got a lot more episodes to go, but I still really like them. I feel like they will work. They look like, from what I have seen, that they can match each other and they can check each other. And I think that's what this couple needs. We will see. So far, I told you I'm very concerned about Miller and Gil. We got to put a prayer circle around them. I feel like Mimi is going to put Gil through it. Zach and Michaela, I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for Bao and Johnny. I need to see more of Brett and Ryan and Rachel and Jose. At this point, I'm rooting for Brett. Ryan is a little scary, a little off-putting. We'll see. We will see what's happening with him, but I'm glad that the trailer, in my opinion, was a bit of a misdirect because the couples that I was concerned about, I'm not concerned about anymore. It seems like we're going to have some successes. We'll see. We still got the honeymoon. We still have the moving in together stage, so it's way too close to call it. But Myrla and Gil, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make it through this process. What do you guys think? We're going to talk about them for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to get into the Real Housewives of New York. Let's go. Let's go. did I know who this was about? Danielle, yes, Lord, he thicker than a snicker. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I knew you were going to be lusting over Gil. Well, you know what, crazy homebody girl? I never ate at Carl's Jr. before I moved. I never even knew about Carl's Jr. before I moved out here. But a Carl's Jr. in LA is like a McDonald's anywhere else. It's on every corner. Every corner you will find a Carl's Jr. I don't like their hamburgers though. I don't like LA hamburgers. I don't enjoy LA hamburgers. Yeah, I'm more of an East Coast hamburger girl, or Texas. All the meat in Texas is delicious, but yeah. Oh, guys, I'm also going to go up to get some older comments, and then I want to, balance it out so I can get those that I missed earlier. Oh, you're right, Sage. You're right. Terrible people need love as well, but they're going to have to learn how to give it. Oh, see, I didn't watch Unfiltered. She was nasty on Unfiltered. Oh, Mila. Yeah, that's what I felt, Danielle. Her vows had no depth. But Gil, absolutely. Absolutely. And my red bottoms. Oh, girl. Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that too, Amaya. Amaya said Zach and Michaela wouldn't stop kissing, and Gil and Marla wouldn't kiss at all. Yeah. Zach and Michaela, they might have some good sexual energy. If anything, I think Michaela is going to lead it out because she was really excited when she saw herself some Zach. What is Mirla? Is she not a white Spaniard? Mirla's not white? I thought she was white. I could be wrong. I mean, I saw her brother and her mom. What her dad look like? I could be wrong. Hey, Jessica. Jessica said, you never know. Miles got the cheat from Karen, and they are going on 2 years. I'll give her a little time to warm up, but we'll see. Good point, Jessica. Thank you so much. Really good point. Because as y'all know, season 12 was my introduction into this show, and you guys convinced me. Y'all said, Nikki, you got to watch another season. This is not a good introduction into this show. And I'm glad I did. I really, 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 really like these couples. Mila and Gil. Hey, Angela. Angela said, you are so real, Nikki. You open up to us. You have ordered food numerous. Oh my God, I have. You have ordered food numerous times, got the call about going to Drag Race, even got a job while on live. I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Angela. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Joseph. DTP said, LMAO, I think he means, oh, you're both online at the same time. Thank you. Oh, I didn't know. Because everybody says, are you, related to Lovely T? So much that I had to go find out who she was. And I was like, oh, okay, I can see it. Hey, Whitney. Whitney said, I didn't think that Mirla's family was impressed with the Spanish. Mirla was looking at him like, you speak Spanish, but you're Black vibe. Really? Because she asked for something tall, dark, and handsome. And her friend, her bridesmaids was just like, well, you said you're attracted to dark and handsome. That can mean a lot of things. What if he's white? And the way they said it was in a way that's not something she's used to. I could be wrong, but the way they said it, they was just like, what if he's white? Like, I don't know, like warning her. And she was like, well, I'm attracted to Travis Kelce. But what was the other guy she said that she was attracted to? I'm telling you, Travis Kelce got a hold on women of color. Him and Chris, I was going to say Chris Brown, Chris Evans. Oh my God, I forgot about him. What is he doing? Chris, you got to do something. We are forgetting about you. But yeah, those 2 white men come up a lot for women of color. That's the one we'll risk it all for. But yeah, I got the vibe that she normally dates Black men. But I could be wrong. See, Amaya, I'm starting to get that too. I feel like it's a bit early for me to call it, but I'm just like, when I saw her in the trailer, why are you acting like that? This ring, you got to get me a better ring. This is not good enough. I don't know. I do not know. Me too, Denard. It was so beautiful. And they both asked for the same colors. I like Bao and Johnny. I really, really do. Not Marilyn. That's her new name because the Marilyn was getting on my nerves. Me too. See, Golden, weren't we all nervous about Zach and Michaela? I was just like, oh, this cannot be another sad Black couple on this show. They got to redeem themselves. And I think we might be able to redeem ourselves. I think that Zach is a bit younger, not that much younger than Michaela, but he seems to be young and emotional. So that may be something, a little barrier in the relationship, but I think they can work. I think they can work. What's up, Doctor? Said Mimi is a coach. She coached herself into getting on the show. A lot of these people have different motives about getting on the show. Good point. Good point. Danielle said, yeah, the ceremony was very beautiful. Made me wish I knew my ancestry to incorporate some traditions in my life. Listen, do the research. Do the research. For me, like aside from my ancestors that are still alive, getting those stories from them, Black Americans, please sit down with your elders and get the family history, the story, get all of that from them, because a lot of times we do not do that. And when they die, that history dies. Get that from them. So aside from sitting down with my elders, I do research. I get books, go to museums. If you go to museums like African-American museums, that helps so much. And they also give you a lot of resources. I always go to and get information at the California African-American History Museum out here. I always go to events there. I always, haven't been since the pandemic, but I get a lot of information from them. There's a way to do it for us. Listen, unfortunately, our history has been erased due to genocide, but we can get some things. We still have a lot of elders who are still alive today. Jim Crow and slavery was not that long ago. Some of them are still alive. So we can get that history, but I know what you mean, because I was watching it too, like looking at all of the traditions, and I'm just like, oh, we should start making some. We should start making some. Yes, thank you, Shonda, my beautiful moderator. Thanks to everyone for joining. Amaya said, Bowell said, I need to start watching Unfiltered. Amaya said that Bowell said on Unfiltered that she told Johnny, that she told Johnny she would meet his father to smooth it over. I love them. Sasha said, I believe Zach comes from a line of crying because his father was tearing up of the whole wedding. His mom wasn't, though. The mom was like, okay, enough crying. Come on, get it together. All right, that's enough. I was like, all right, mama. All right, mama. What's up, Sebastian? Thank you for being here. I'm going to come down to some later comments. Yeah, I did notice that too, Jessie Lee. I did notice that too. But I think they're like doctors and lawyers. You know how a family of them too, right? So you know how that is. And Michaela's family, they're all nerds, Trekkies. I want them to work so bad. Oh, she is going to definitely give Zach the business if he's down. If he's down, she is going to give him the business. Oh yeah, Michaela is in real estate. Thank you, guys. I loved it, but y'all know it's me. It's me, Rachel. So I'm not really somebody who can answer that question because I loved it. It was cute to me. It was cute to me. Oh, do you know who this is? Jessica said, Brett and Ryan remind me of Mindy and Zach from season 10. Is that good or bad? He does. Who said that? I'm sorry. The comments went so fast. But somebody said that Ryan looks like he's been through it. He does. Like there's something internally that he is dealing with that I hope Brett doesn't bring out of him or like have to discover. What's up, Tiffany? So happy to have you here. Hey, Caroline. Said, Carolyn, hey, said Zach seems like he cries at commercials. I'm a crier. I couldn't be with someone that cries as much as I do. LOL, we can't both be crying. Yeah. Yeah. Tony said, seriously, that's how the chat's going. Lord mods, we're going to have to work hard today. I saw some stuff, but you guys are killing it. Thank you so much. Oh, Daphne said, Ryan and Brett remind me of Kate and Luke from the Philadelphia season. Who's that? Get some earlier comments. Oh, hold on. Hey, Tony, again. Tony said, Nikki, you did a good pick last season with Vincent and Brianna. So you might be onto something with Bao and Johnny. I forgot his name. Yes, I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right. My broom is going to be so bedazzled. So bedazzled. So bedazzled. Oh, Kuliso Monica said we have Lobola negotiations as part of bringing two families together as part of a wedding tradition in Africa. Oh, that's beautiful. What African culture is the one where the guy, like the girl has to like be in a balcony or somewhere, and the guy has to like come with this like community to the home where the fiance is staying, and I think ask permission of the family or say, "Will you marry?" I saw it on 4 Weddings. I love that show. When are they ever going to give us new episodes? But I saw it on 4 Weddings, and it was so beautiful. Like all the family came, and they were like outside of her house, and they were like playing instruments. And he was like asking, the family, the parents had to come out. He was like, "Can I be a part of your family?" And the parents said yes, and they presented the daughter, and then they asked her, and she said yes. And then all the both families came down and was like dancing in the street. Oh, tears, guys! If you ever would be at a wedding, just know. Crier. It was so beautiful. I don't remember the culture, but I remember that moment, and it was so beautiful. Oh no! So that's giving me a sign. I think they're still together. I think they might still be together because Amaya said that Michaela was crying a storm on Unfiltered. I gotta watch Unfiltered. Just watching clips of Zach cry. They might still be together. They might still be together. Oh yeah, Kyla, we talked about them. Yeah, we're a little concerned. Not a little, we're a lot of concerned. Hey, Ordered Steps said, hey fam, I can't stay because I have class tonight. I just came by to show love and drop a like. I will catch and watch the video and the replay. What's up, replay gang? Love you, NikkiStar TV and Star family. Love you too. Thank you for joining us. Spency, the best show ever. The best show ever. I loved it. I love how there's always a hating bride who will like go to like another bride's wedding and the wedding is great. And she'll like find a reason and she'll be like, she had sushi at the wedding reception. So I'm going to give Carol a 1. There's always that hating bride. I'm going off on a tangent, but I'll come right back. If one of my most favorite 4 Weddings episode is the one where they were all having Christmas weddings, and the nicest bride had the most budget-friendly wedding, but she was so sweet, and everybody else had these extravagant weddings, and all the other brides were playing the game. The sweet bride who had the budget-friendly wedding actually won, and all the other brides were shocked and they were hating. One bride was like, oh, well, I guess I should have served brunch at my wedding. Like, they were not happy for her at all. When her husband stepped out the limo, they were like, and they looked at each other shocked. the best one. And that sweet bride was so happy. At the end, she was just like, I'm glad I went through this process because I made some great friends. And they were like, I love For Weddings. I love For Weddings. Oh, really, Danielle? What episode? What episode? I love that show. I've watched every episode twice. Y'all remember the Halloween episode with the bride with the list who lost? And she was so disappointed. She put a lot of money into that wedding. I actually did think that she was going to win. She was just like, I still had the best wedding ever. I love For Weddings. Anyway, let's move on to Rhony. Ebony. I can't believe that she's 37. Ebony, you are far too mature for your age. And not saying that you have to be immature at 37. I'm not saying that at all. But you present like somebody who is late 40s, bordering 50s. Like, it just, the way you talk to people, hey, sweetie, come on, mama. Like, you're 37? Girl, you are far too young to be this, like, mature presenting. Have some fun, Ebony. You're 37. I was so shocked when she said 37. You're a baby. Why are you acting so grandmama-ish? It's weird. It's a weird. I love how Sonia is so quick with it. I really, really do, because in this scene, we see Ebony working out with Martin, who I always feel like, I know that there are people like that in New York City, but Martin to me always seems like a character on a Broadway show. Like, he gives me, I feel like Martin just stepped off the set of like Guys and Dolls, like left his Broadway rehearsal for Guys and Dolls. And now he's like training people, you know, right after rehearsal. That's what I get from him. Cause it's just it's so New York. It's so, if you've ever seen the classic film Coming to America, he reminds me of the lady where King Joffrey Jara was trying to send a telegram and he was asking for money. That movie is so great. And he was like, do you think that 800,000 is enough? And the lady was just like, why don't you make it a cool meal? It was so New York. Just make it a cool meal. That's what Martin gives me. It's so like New York aggressive. Like, if you're going to do a New York accent, especially if you're white, that's the accent that you do. If you're going to act like, you know, you're somebody, like you're an Italian American from New York City, Martin, that I'm telling you, that is the guy that everybody does in like freshman drama of any like art school. That is the character. But it's really him. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. So anyway, Sonia comes in and he's like, have you ever heard of Black Knot Cracking? It's Sonia. I love her. She's so quick-witted because she was just like, I've heard of that, but also blondes do. Blondes do crack. She's so like naturally funny, great comedic timing, so quick-witted. I absolutely adore her relationship with Ebony. If the producers are smart, if they all come back next season, you really need to focus on the gem of a relationship that Sonia and Ebony have. That is a great relationship to start crafting storylines around and through, because it's so interesting to see these two different women, two different ages, two different cultures, two different backgrounds come together like this and just have a real pure friendship. I love them too. Y'all, I'm telling you, producers of The Real Housewives of New York, you have something here with Sonia and Ebony. You really, really do. I love it. I love it. I hope you realize that. Listen, Ebony this season is going to look for her father. On this episode, she is meeting with somebody who's potentially her sister, and she's going to get the results on camera. Not on camera, but probably talk about it, you know, throughout the journey. This is Ebony's life. She can talk about, reveal to us whatever she wants to reveal. However, I'm always concerned when people reveal storylines on the show or to reveal parts of themselves on a show, like something deep and unknown about them, when it involves another family member, specifically like a parent or a sibling. But I said the same thing about Elizabeth on the Real Housewives of Orange County, how she made her sister's heroin addiction her storyline because she couldn't talk about her divorce. Not the same thing, but it's pretty similar to what I'm saying. This is Ebony's life. She can speak about it. I hope that she's aware that when she talks about finding her father, that you inadvertently bring your mother into this conversation. And we, the viewers, have questions that we would not have had you not shared this with us. Because I just don't understand how your mother does not know who your father is. Now, did something happen to her? You know, because if your mother was hopefully not assaulted by your father, then that has to come up. And then you are making somebody who survived huge trauma in their life relive it on this show. Again, it's Ebony's life, but it's like these questions come in. So if it wasn't that, then what was your mother doing back in the 80s? What was your mother doing in the 80s when she don't know who your father is and she don't want you looking for him? That's another thing. So that's another question that I have. Why doesn't she want you to look for your father? Was your dad married at the time? Is he still married? Is your dad incarcerated? Is he a drug kingpin? Is he a politician? Like, there are so many questions that the viewer have. And it's not like it's not fair of us to have these questions when you bring this to us. This is what I don't always say to these reality TV stars. I'm not like teaching a course, but I always say when I watch these shows, and you see the reality TV stars that, you know, people are talking about on Twitter or Instagram, going off on people who are watching the show. My thing is, if you don't want something about your life discussed, don't reveal it on the show. You can't get mad that people are having conclusions or opinions about something that you voluntarily shared for a check. You can't start cussing out the fans because y'all in my business. You put your business on TV. And not saying that that's who Ebony is. She's very pleasant. One of the most pleasant housewives on social media. But I'm just like, girl, when you keep on bringing this up, there's a lot of questions that people have then for your mother. And do you want them to have them questions? Because there's no way that I can hear her continue to talk about the storyline. And I'm just, you know, one of the main questions is, how does your mom not know? Were you created through trauma or through a really good time? You know what I mean? Like, what happened? You know, because listen, our parents partied in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a freaking millennial, you know, if you're an 80s baby, you know, your parents had some fun in the 80s. Couple of orgies at Studio 54 they don't want you to know about. Listen, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, girl, every time you bring this up, I'm just like, how does your mama not know what happened? What happened? It's still your story to tell, but I can't lie and say that doesn't come up every time you talk about not knowing who your father is. Oof. Child. Leah in this contract thing with Luann and this charity song. So Luann is having all the ladies come over to her house to record a song for a charity, a Christmas song for this charity. Leah comes to do the song. The day she comes to do the song, she starts asking about a contract and where is the money going? How is this for charity? I don't think that any of the questions that she asked is wrong. Wrong place, wrong time. Do not ask what's happening with your voice or what's happening with recording or what's happening with the money being donated to charity, what contracts and all this stuff. You cannot ask about that when you're there to record. Because if you are there to record, then you have let the people know that you said you will record the song for, that you're okay with everything. So of course, Luann was not only embarrassed, she was frustrated because you're asking these things. She had a brief conversation with you. You had more than enough time to go back and forth with her. Even after you were filming, you had more than enough time to ask those questions to be like, okay, I know we talked about it a bit on camera, but since we're done, what is this contract thing? Can my lawyer call you and, smooth out all the details? Because I just want to make sure I'm protected, you're protected, and our friendship is safe. Why didn't you do that before you actually show up to record the song? Now, either you're really concerned or you're just being messy and do not know how charity works. I'm just like, girl, she said the song is being recorded for charity. I will say this though, Luann, you stuttered a bit, and maybe you just have a stump. Maybe you just have a stutter. I do too, no judgment. But you stumbled a bit when Leah was asking if there would be money, where would the money go? And you were like, oh, well, 100% of the profits of 100, you did this, right? You said 100, you said 100 first, then you said 100 or so. Out of all that money going to charity or whatever you're getting, we're splitting. Since you own the publishing, now I got to get a piece of that. If you're making some money off of this, that is one thing that I agree with Leah on. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, if you're actually making money of this and all of the proceeds are not going to charity, then you need to tell the people who you were able to take whatever talent that they have and apply it to this production for free, because you're telling them it's for charity. You need to let them know if there is going to be money made and if they will be getting a portion of that. Because what I want to say, Luann, if you end up making money from that song, it's going to come back up on this show. And Ramona, who doesn't have a problem with it now, will have a problem with it later. Stay woke. Stay woke. So anyway, we get to this season, this episode, we have a joint birthday party with Ramona and Sonia. Everybody was there. Everybody was having a great time, even Bershawn. I will say this, Ebony, I don't like how you're treating Bershawn. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I'll get into the Black Shabbat party. But before we get into Black Shabbat, I just have to talk about this. I just do not like how she treats her. I do not like how she treats her. Bershawn is a part of this show. Even if it's a friend of the show, if she is invited to everything that you are doing, everything that everybody's doing on the show that you are filming, she is a part of this cast. So to have an event and exclude her from it, I just don't, I'm not getting the African-American sisterhood that you keep on preaching to these daughters of the Confederate about. It don't feel right. It don't feel right, and I don't like it. And it especially doesn't look good for you, who is, let's be real, a Jack and Jill brown paper bag kind of sister, excluding, checking a dark-skinned Black woman in favor of white women that you said align themselves with white supremacy. It just hits me somewhere, Ebony. I don't like it. It feels very uncomfortable, because to sit there with Bershawn right there talking about you're having an event and you want everybody but her to go, I did not like that. Oh, because we have because of COVID, y'all been at events because of COVID. Y'all been at stuff. Oh, because also the ladies that are coming there are Black people that I went to Israel with. One of them Black people who went to Israel with you could have set out so the girl that is on the show that you were on could film as well. I didn't like it. And Bershawn's face, like, that she was hurt. Like, it was embarrassing. You're talking about this event and then you said, well, you can't come. Ebony, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how you're treating her. I do not like how you're treating her, because the way that you treat Bershawn goes completely against everything that you are trying to shame the white woman on this cast for doing or being. I do not like it. I do not like it. Black Shabbat. Until Ebony explained it, I had the same reaction as Ramona. I was like, Black Shabbat. Is Tracy Ellis like leading this out? Like, what's Tracy Ellis Ross leading this out? Like, what's going on here? Because she said, it was like, oh no, the Black people are not Jewish. And I was like, oof. This could be cultural appropriation. You know what I mean? It didn't sit right with me. So I had the same reaction as Ramona. I was like, okay. But then when she explained it, makes a lot of sense. I haven't been at like Black Shabbats, but I've been at events like this all my life. If you're a Black person in Philadelphia, you've been at Black and Jewish events. I mean, those communities just come together in Philly. So it's just been my whole existence there. So that wasn't abnormal, right? Because we do have similar experiences with, white supremacy and genocide. Like, I hate the fact that that's what unifies us, but it's very true, right? So I got what she was saying, but in saying that this event is bringing, coaches together to have these conversations about, the oppression that they deal with. In saying that, you turn to the other Black girl that's there with you and you tell her she can't come. That don't feel right to me. It don't feel right to me. And I just want to say this, Ebony. If all of your other African-American study events are not working, why do you keep on having these events with these ladies? I'm like, the last thing was just, reading biographies of Black people in Harlem, at a dinner party. That was the last event that you have. Now you're taking them to an event where there are going to be two cultures who suffered under white supremacy and genocide. And that's what they're going to talk about. If the Harlem dinner, if the Harlem book report didn't go over well, what you think gonna happen at Black Shabbat? Ebony, it's your first season, sis. I hope you watch it and I hope you come back stronger and better, because I just do not understand the moves that you are making on this show. And having said that, Ramona, you asked Ebony what Black Shabbat was, right? Because you thought you had a little issue when you heard it. I'm not going to front, me too. But when she told you what it was, how rude of you to, in that moment, to start just tearing it down. Like, when you found out what it was, because you had a reaction, right? Then you found out what it was. Then you just start tearing it down. But, oh no, I'm at my party. I don't want to talk about it. You asked her what it was. You asked the question. All she said was she wanted to invite you to this. You asked what it was. You found out what it was. And then you start playing victim and say, oh, no, I don't want to talk about it. Not at my party. Stop asking questions. Mind your damn business. Go over there and have a good time eating your penis cake. Having said that, Leah, Ramona don't like talking about sex. She doesn't like the penis talk on camera. On camera. Why would you get her a penis cake? I'm so glad that Ramona was a good sport about it. But I feel like, Leah, if the lady doesn't like something, why do you continue to do that to her? Because at this point, it seems like you're just trying to get a reaction out of her, and you always expect the reaction to be negative. Leah, listen, you had a great season last season. I think this season you're being a bit calculated. Not a bit. You're a lot calculated, and it's not working. If you just exist like you did last season, you will be so much better. But this season, you're very calculated, and I see you trying to produce scenes, because this whole cake thing, you wanted to get a reaction out of Ramona so that you two can get into it. She was a good sport about it, so you did not get the reaction that you wanted. So you tried to get another reaction, right? Which was putting your mouth on the cake and biting the top of the penis of somebody else's cake. I was shocked that Ramona never took the bait. But Leah, you're producing scenes and you're being real calculated. It's not cute. We like you better when you're just yourself and you're just existing. Don't produce anything. You're great on your own. You're great on your own. You do not need to produce anything. Ebony got to get a man. Ebony has to get a man, because the way she was throwing these eyes and shots at that nudist guy, that nude model, I was like, Ebony, I know we in a pandemic, sis, but you don't got to be desperate. Like, girl, she kept on throwing his stuff at him, and he wasn't picking up anything. Does he? I don't know what team he play on, but I feel like I kind of know. So, Ebony, did you not notice? Anyway, she got to get a man, because when I saw her throwing herself at that man, I was like, ooh, him? The new model with the overlapping front teeth? Girl, no, you could do better. And before I get out of here, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Ramona brings escorts on this show. Ramona hires male escorts to make her look like this cougar. Because all the men that she was introducing to people, escorts. And the guy that she was like, do you have my address? Do you want me to text you my address? That is clearly a male escort. He just shows up to give Ramona the penis and make her look like she can, get all these young men just on being, a hot older woman, but not looking as old as she is. Ma'am, he is servicing you peen for coin. It is very obvious. Why hasn't none of the housewives talked about it? I know Luann talked about it a bit last season, but I mean, That's something real big that you can spray Ramona with. Okay, you can say whatever you want about me, but I don't have to hire male escorts to pump me and make me feel like I'm young when I'm not. Like, come on. It's so obvious that she's hiring escorts on this show. Oh my goodness, Ramona. That guy was so drunk and out of his mind. Do you have my address? Yeah, are you sure you have it? All right, I'm about to leave. You might. Girl. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Before we get into Encore, let's talk about Rhony for about 10 minutes and then move forward. Where's my clock? Let's start. I'm really thinking about getting those star nuggets. I just got to try. It's in my mind now. I just have to try. I think I'm going to try them. I think I'm going to try them tomorrow. I just got to try. How can I not try a star-shaped chicken nugget? I got to do it. I gotta do it. Let me scroll up. Yes, family, please give your sister some likes. Me too. Me too, Pink Petals. I thought that Ebony was like mid to late 40s. And that's still like pretty young, right? But the way Ebony acts. Hey, sweetheart, come here, sugar. What 37-year-old is calling people sweetheart, hun, sugar? That's very young. Girl, she does. She acts so old. No. It's not even that. Because listen, black don't crack. So I expect somebody who is in their 50s looking like Ebony, a black woman to look like Ebony at 30. Like, you know, to like a 30-year-old. Like, that's not what I was saying. It's how she presents herself. She presents so old, like not old, but like a lot older than what she is. I was taken aback by that 37. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Oh, K Pratt. So this is what I was talking about earlier. That tradition. What is it called, K Pratt? What is that tradition called? It's so beautiful. I would do my ancestry just to find out if that is a part of my culture. Ciao. Yeah, Morgan D. Martin is hilarious. He is hilarious. Every time, because it's such like a New York sketch character thing that somebody would do. But that is Martin's identity. Yes, he does, Megan. He does. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, Mellow Vibes said, watching the replay, this energy of overwhelm has been going on around for weeks. Yeah, everyone take care of yourselves and spend quality time alone. Absolutely agree. Thank you so much, Mellow Vibes. I think this is the thing, Greta. Greta said the math ain't mathing. I think the math is mathing. I think because the math is mathing, Ebony leaves stuff out. Because I'm just like, if we put 2 and 2 together, girl. What I'm saying is, don't let us put 2 and 2 together. What's the tea? Because you can't give us half the story, because then we're either going to assume or go looking. You should tell it first before anybody else get it. Don't let nobody do what? Spray you with your own tea. I get that, Tracy. Tracy said she should have asked before she agreed. I think that you mean talking about not knowing who her father is. I get that, right? But that still is her life. That it's just like, it's difficult when other people are involved who don't want to talk about the story. Like, either you don't say anything or you do speak, and either way, you're just going to hurt somebody. That's still Ebony's truth. Like, that her father, like it is or it's not her father. Like, that's a huge thing. So how can she not talk about that, right? I just hope your mother is, because she said she didn't want you to find them. So I don't know. It just, very sticky. Hey, Chocolate Capricorn, what's up? JB says, I was with Leah. Girl, I will bring it up all the time. My thing is, she should have said that they should have had that conversation before she even agreed. The conversation should have been, hey, Leah. Luia should have been like, hey, Leah, I'm doing a charity song and video shoot that all, and when I finish it and whatever, all the proceeds are going to go to charity. I would love for you to be a part of it. Hey, Luann, that sounds like a great idea. Send me over the contract and I'll send it over to my lawyer and I have a response for you within a week. I mean, I'm glad that they were able to fix it, but it's like you don't say yes to nothing, especially anything like that's using your image or voice. Nah. And Leah knows that. She knows that. Greta said, and we all know that Luann has a very sketchy history with finances. Ask our children. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. We all were with Leah, but it was the timing. Thank you, Crazy Homebody Girl. The timing was off. I agree with her. The timing was off. Yep, he did. He said the publishing will go 3 ways. And that's when Leah was just like, so the money, all of it is going to charity. All of it, all the profits is going to charity. And Luann was like, yeah, 100%. What does that mean? What does that mean? What's that? Never say yes to anything. First, see if it's something that you want to do and can do. And if it has anything to do with your likeness or your image or your voice or anything like that, you have to get your lawyer involved. You have to look at the contractor. Nah, I'd never do that. Oh, no. Chocolate Capricorn, I'm doing Encore next. I'm just going to talk about, for about 4 more minutes, we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of New York, and then we're going to get into Encore. And the ball gown escort discussion, that was my latest Real Housewives of Potomac live. And I hate that. I hate that I feel that. I hate that I feel that, and I hate that we can see that. It really is giving me only Black person in the room, and I hope she examines that. Hey, Greta. Greta said, NikkiStar TV, Ebony wants to be the only Black person on the scene so that she can get all the focus and then cry racism when things go wrong. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. Angela said, I think the producers are pushing Ebony. I will say I felt that way in the beginning. What I have seen about Ebony, like clips or whatever, and start to, when you put yourself out there, people start sharing a lot more about her. I think this is who she is. I really, really do. And I don't think it's a bad thing, because that is her job as an educator. Like, she wants to be somebody who educates and empowers and uplifts women. And I think that's great. She got to find another TV show to do it. This is a reality TV show. It's entertainment purposes. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to do like TED Talks or whatever, go on TED Talk. Go on The View. I think she will be a perfect fit for The View. But this platform, I don't think it's a platform for that all the time. I think there's a time and a place to have that conversation. But you want to have the conversation when you're, on the bus to wine country, when you get off the bus at wine country, when you sit down to taste your wines, when you sit down to eat, when you're walking to the restroom, when you're getting back on the bus. It's overkill even for the Black people. Like, it's, girl, we get it. And not saying that she should not bring those things up. Like I said before, we also have to realize that what we have lived through, we're watching them live through, so for us, for some people felt like it was too much, or for some people who are getting re-triggered, don't watch the show then, right? Because they're living through something that we have already gone through, and you're just going to be watching that season. And this is how this group of women handled a pandemic that was killing more people in New York City than anywhere within the United States of America, right? And also where a lot of the protests started and continue to happen and are still happening today. A lot of Black Lives Matter protests, not the first one, but a lot of them, the ones that were getting national attention, started there. So you have to, give them grace for that. With Ebony, my only pet peeve is that I feel like she preaches one thing, and then I see her treating a Black woman on the show completely different than what she is saying. And it bothers me, because Bershawn has done nothing to her besides say, oh, we're all one, right? It's the first time meeting everybody here. She wants to lighten the mood. I didn't agree with what she said, right? But for you then to ice her out after that moment, I don't like it. I do not like it. Hey, Alexis. Alexis said Ebony needs to come out with the coffee because she's taking all my energy. Oh no, Alexis. Oh no. Crazy Homebody Girl said, I'd rather just have Bershawn on Rhony at this point because Bershawn is fun. She's fun. Like Bershawn is enjoying life. So we enjoy her. She's a great friend of. And I think she will also be a great apple holder as well. She got a lot going on. And you know who has a lot going on? I forget her name, but I think she's the CEO. I think the CEO of Curls has joined the cast of, allegedly, joined the cast of The Real Housewives of Dallas. If that happens, I'm all in for Dallas. I'm all in for Dallas because I love Dr. Tiffany Moon on that show. I did not review that season because, in my opinion, I watched the season. I didn't review it. In my opinion, that season was so traumatic for me, and I'm not Asian, right? Watching what that cast did to Dr. Tiffany Moon throughout that season, nope, wasn't enjoyable for me. Wasn't enjoyable. So hopefully, these two POC, sisters have each other back on that season. We'll see. Hopefully. But I will definitely review that if that is the actual cast. Hey, Megan. Megan said the nudist who was agreeing with Luann about being unapologetic, about saying she was angry, girl, bye. Absolutely. All over him. Carmen said, I totally feel for it. I was so impressed that she had all those young men interested in her. I totally fell for it. I was so impressed that she had all those young men interested in her, especially the one with the long hair. Escorts. Escorts. You know what, Jen Bunny? I was going to say it's a Southern thing, but I wasn't sure if Ebony was from the South. If that's it, I get it. I told you guys that my family is from Savannah, Georgia, but we all moved. A bunch of us moved up to Philly, and that's where we've been for like the past 2 generations. Yeah, the past 2 generations. The rest of my family is in Savannah, Georgia. Baby. Oh my God. You want to see Southern people who look just like me? And I'm talking too fast. Child, it is something else. Hey, Kashawn621. Kashawn621 said, I think it's because Ebony went to college young. Oh, you're right about that. So I think she's just used to being around older people. Just my own logic, but I'm biased. I love Ebony. Yeah, me too. I just don't like how she treats Bershawn. But thank you so much for that. Kashawn. I forgot about that. You know what, Carmen? You're right. Bruce Willis is a fine white bald man. I forgot about that. Have we ever met him with hair? Oh, no, he had hair back in the day for Die Hard. Yeah, he looked better without it. See? Some men just look better without hair. Tracy said, no, Leah should have asked about being on the track before she agreed. Absolutely. I was watching this like, have you guys not learned from Don't Be Tardy for the Party? Candy went through it. Her and Kim today still are friends because of that. Like they tried to make something work, but what's her name? I just said her name, not Nene. What is her name? Candy. Candy could never really get over that because how could you be a friend and do that? And what is her name? Kim actually said that she was going to give her the profits, her portion of the profits for Don't Be Tardy for the Party, and never did, which is why they fell out again. Have you not learned from Don't Be Tardy for the Party? Hey, Indigo Girl said, I used to work for a charity organization 10 plus years ago. When I was working, they told me charity organizations are only required to give 14%. Oh my God. Of the actual proceeds to the people the charity is for. Oh, wow. I did not know that. That's terrible. Oh God, that broke my heart. The Nicholas Express said, I think Ebony could be more fun around Alex or Carol if either were to return. Who's Alex? Who is Alex from The Real Housewives of New York? I know Carol. I agree. I think she could be a lot of fun around Aviva. Is Alex the former model, the one who used to get Bethany together every time? There was nobody else on that show who could get Bethany together the way that girl could get Bethany together. I'm telling you, she had Bethany in a headlock every season she was on. Nobody else has been able to get Bethany together like her. Nobody. You know what? In my opinion, I think she's a better fit there. And I'm not saying because the women there are, well, you know what? Yeah, because the women are Black, but also because that's just that energy that the Real Housewives of Potomac has. That's Ebony. She would kill on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Kill. Tracy said Ebony should have been on the Real Housewives of Potomac last season to see if Wendy would have dragged them 4 degrees all season. All season. I hope that they can be on the Housewives All-Star show together. That's what I hope, because that would be very interesting to see. Yeah, me too, Morgan. I like Rashawn. She had one little slip up, but I like her. Oh, Ebony's from North Carolina. Thank you, Jen Bunny. Makes sense. Got that lingo from grandma. Hey, sweetie, come on over here, hon. How you doing, Sonia? I'm like rubbing Sonia's back and calling her sweetie and hun. I'm like, you're 37? Ciao. Dr. Rim said, I think Ebony is fun, but they filmed during the height of COVID. Yeah, absolutely. And racial tensions were at a high. So she was really into her educating thing. And I get that. Don't do Bashawn like that. Alex McCord. Yes, K-Pret. Yes, she would be good. Oh, Jim Buddy said, I say some of those words too because of my grandparents. But I'm still young though. Yeah, me too. Let me get 2 more comments and then we're going to get into Encore. Yeah, Morgan said Carol got Bethany together the last season she was on. She did, but after Bethany had her like her puppet, not like her puppet, but like her flunky. Like Bethany definitely bulldozed that relationship, and Carol realized that, and then she came back the last season that she was on, and she wasn't like being Bethany's flunky, and it was weird to Bethany, right? Because they never had that conversation, and Bethany felt slighted by Carol because they had the conversation on camera and not before, so Bethany could be aware because Bethany felt like they were actual friends. Not taking out for Bethany, but I'm saying that's what she said at the reunion. But I forget that girl's name. Can y'all please tell me what was the name of that girl? She was the model. She was on the first season. She would get Bethany would have Bethany in tears and would not care and be like, what are you crying for? Child, Kelly Ben-Simone. Yes, boogie down, gal. Kelly Ben-Simone gave Bethany the business. She's on $1 Million Listing. I wish she would come back to New York. Kelly Ben-Simone was so good. So good. She would look at Bethany and be like, I don't want to be your friend. No, we don't have to talk about it. I don't want to be your friend. That's okay. We're good. And Bethany would just... Kelly Ben-Simone used to get her together. Ah, man. Back in the day, those housewife shows, when the housewives didn't play the game and when they weren't producing scenes, these shows were phenomenal. The Nicholas Express said they have got to bring Kelly back. Listen, I love this cast, right? But if Bravo wants to get rid of the cast that they have now and bring back the old cast, I'm here for it. I'm here for Aviva. Well, I'm not saying the first season cast. There are some people that I just think are just great for this show. I love Aviva, Kelly Ben-Simone, Alex McCord, and that weird husband, Jill Zarin, Carol. I can't take any more Holly. I can't. Those are my girls. It keeps Sonia and Ramona and Bethany, because to me, guys, that is New York City. That part, that's uptown, right? If you're going to do downtown, it's going to look a little different. But if you're going to keep this show focused about women from uptown New York, like Manhattan and all those places, that is the cast that you need. That is the cast that you need. And I'm telling you, they will give us a show. Oh, they will give us a show. I love Kelly Ben-Simone. And Dorinda, yes, Dorinda is great, but Dorinda cannot drink. This show has to, cut down on the drinking if Dorinda comes back. But yeah, prime cast. The way Kelly Ben Simone would get Bethany together, Bethany would be rattled, and Kelly would be sitting there chill, like she ain't do nothing. Child, let's get into the encore. So I think we probably have 1 or 2 more episodes left. And it's unfortunate that this is the cast that we have left for those last 2 episodes because I think they had, like I said before, I think the ladies had great songs. And I would have loved to see all of them perform together. I will say this, though. It would be such a missed opportunity if Carlos King does not create some kind of reality TV show around Nivea and her family. Because I feel like if this is Nivea, I know her family is going to be just as interesting. And then we can have guest stars pop in from Lil Wayne to The Dream to Christina Milian. Like, it could be, a lot could happen with that show. It would be such a missed opportunity if he does not create a show with her. Nivea is a star, a missed opportunity, Carlos. Missed opportunity. If you don't. Knowing you probably already got it in the works. Anyway, the twins, the tiny terrors. What do they call Ferdiaz and Ferb? Then she called them the Cheerio. Mila called them the Cheerio twins. Delusional. Like after Nivea leaves, they're sitting around and they're just like, oh, I can't believe she left. Between me and you, we should have broke down too. We should have broke down sooner, but we ain't break down. We're keeping it together because you're creating all of the chaos in the house. That's why you have not broken down, because you are the problem. They are so delusional. I can't believe that they are at this big age of 36 years old and they do not know how to talk to people and are still creating conflict and not being aware that they are the problem. How do you not see that? How you have been in fights with everybody in the house and people have left after they have fought with you. You guys are the problem. The tiny terrors. It's you. You are the issue. Misha, I can't believe this woman is in her 40s. Her and Ebony, these ladies are presenting so old today. You cannot tell me that Misha is not a grandmom that was born in like the 50s. You cannot tell me that she is not somebody's grandmom. She acts so old. So everybody is still reeling from, Nivea leaving the house the way that she did. And Misha is still, pretty much upset about it. Pam is in the kitchen trying to calm her down. I guess her and Irish go to have a cigarette and she could hear the twins talking. And she was like, who's over there? And the twins were like, obviously it's us because there's a camera guy. How can you not see that there's a camera guy here? But I think there was bushes there, so Misha could not see that there were people over there. And then she heard the twins, so she comes over and she's ready to fight. Who said something? Who said something to me? I'm tired of you twins. I'm tired. Isn't she like early 40s too? You got to stop that smoking and drinking, mama. You present like 20 years older than your actual age. To see her like rev up her hands trying to get into it with the twins. I'm not going to put my hands on them. Hold on. I'm not going to put my hands on them. She's not going to talk to me like that. Y'all got to stop that smoking and drinking. You and your sister are so much older than you actually are. I think Irish is still in her 30s too, right? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? But anyway, she was just fed up with the twins. She was just really, really fed up. And I get it because they have been on her since she walked into that mansion. She has been the butt of the twins' jokes from day one. From day one, if you go back and watch the first episode, they were reading her down in the confessionals from day one, and she could actually hear them in Keeley. So I'm surprised that she lasted as long as she lasted. But the next day, she was just like, I got to get out of here because they were just not getting along. And she was always crying and breaking down. And she told her sister, she was just like, listen, I have to go. Irish, like you can come with me if you want to, but I just have to leave. And Irish agrees to leave with her. The twins are delusional, and so are the backup singers of 702. Like, guys, you're just not at the level as everybody else. You were at the level, right, of, and you were probably higher than a lot of people back in 1992. It's 2021. The fact that Iris was sitting there in her confessional and she was just like, I hate to leave like this because I really could have taught the twins something. Because I was much younger than them. I've been in the group since I was 12, and I sold more records, and I outsold them, and I did all of this in 1992. It's 2021. They're still writing and producing. They're still going to singing camps. They're still working on their instrument. If anything, and we have seen it in the footage, they have taught you. They have coached you. Irish, I have yet to see you imparting any kind of musical wisdom or knowledge into the tiny terrorists. Say what you want about them. They are delusional concerning the conflict that they create anywhere they go, but they are very talented. And they have been imparting into you. How you go through this whole experience and sit there and say that they could have learned and benefited from you because of the musical accomplishment that you made when you were a teenager. I'm sorry, ma'am. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I love your confidence. I love the delusion. I will say that. I love the delusion. I hate having knowledge. Can we be honest? I hate knowing things. Because when you know things, you have to do things differently, right? You gotta change. You gotta grow. Ignorance really is bliss. Because she could say this with her whole chest that those twins can learn from her because of the albums that she sold when she was a teenager in the early 90s. These twins are still writing today, still writing and producing and making money today, going to freaking Sony writing camps. Like, they're still active in the industry that you have not been in for over 20 years. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. And I wish I had it. I wish I had the ignorance. I wish I had it. Just absolutely didn't. I could have taught them. I could have coached them. And what? How to smoke a pack of Newports in an hour? That's the only thing that you can give them. Delusional. Keely acting like she don't know why Nivea left. She was about to beat you bloody in a corner because of all of the drama that you caused in that home. So for you to sit there and be like, I don't know why Nivea left. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Her and the twins. Oh, we don't know why. We don't know what. Pam was just like, it's y'all. Pam, who don't get in no drama. Pam, who was here on an assignment from the Lord, was just like, it's you guys. That's why she left. And they were like, no, it's not us. We didn't do anything. I hope you guys are doing this for TV. I hope you guys are doing this for TV. We didn't say anything to her. We didn't do anything to her. And I don't want people blaming us. You guys have caused everything. We know what? The triple terrors. That's what I'm going to call them. The twins and Keely. The triple terrorists, uno, dos, tres, the Trace demons. The Trace demons. You guys are the cause of all of the drama and negativity in the house. It's y'all. Y'all the reason why half the group is not there. Y'all the reason why Pam got her Timbs at the door. One more fight and Pam is out. It's y'all. How y'all don't know that? It blinds me. It like blows me. And I'm like, either the twins are producer plants right along with Keely, and they know what they're doing to create this drama to probably get the group down to, a small amount of numbers. Maybe they are purposefully doing that to give us a show. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving them more than I should, but I can't believe that these grown women are sitting here acting like they don't know that the reason why half of the group is gone is because of them and the negativity that they bring in that home. Jesus Christ himself, also known as Pam from Total, told y'all you are the reason. Because she was on the mountain with Moses. Okay. Pam is what? So heavenly minded that she is no earthly good. She does not hang around here with these heathens and peasants. She comes down off the mountain at the right in the 10 commandments for the Lord. She comes down off the mountain. She gives the word and she go back on the mountain. And don't you heathens touch her and mess up that Holy Ghost. She told you it was you. You guys are the problem. And they were like, no, not us. How are y'all married? How are you? God bless those men. Prayers for them. Prayers for them. Send Cash App them money for their therapist because I know they got to have one. I know they have to have one. So 702, the backup singers for 702, Misha and Irish eventually end up leaving. And this is what I want to say, right? So Carlos comes out just to confirm that they really want to leave. And he doesn't try to make them stay. He doesn't convince them to stay. He doesn't try to make them stay. He just says, okay, I respect that. I understand. No, don't cry. Thank you for just being here and being a part of this process. If you don't feel safe, I want you to leave. And it is my job to make sure that you are safe and protected. All of that stuff. Let me tell you something. If it was the first episode, Carlos would have been talking real different, right? But at this point, Carlos has so much freaking good content. They can leave. Anybody can leave. Everybody can leave at that moment and end the project, and he will still have a season's worth of content. That is the only reason he was not convincing Misha and Irish to stay. The show was pretty much done at that point. What, they got an episode left? That's why. He had so much content, he was just like, all right, thank you for your services. Thank you for your services, because he know he got a hit on his hands. So anyway, after Misha and Irish leave, the Tracy demons are now shook. They're reflecting now. They're talking differently, and they're just like, "Oh, well, we gotta make sure this doesn't fall apart. We gotta because everybody is leaving the house. We don't know why everybody is leaving the house, but we have to make this work. You know what? Maybe we should come together and have a moment. Now y'all want to pray." Now y'all want to do things differently. Now y'all talking a little different. And here is where I start to see something happen, right? So at this point, two of the Tracy demons asked the mother of all the Tracy demons if she wants to join the group. And Keely, who has done everything that the group has done, right? Who is in rehearsals, who is helping sing and put songs together, running rehearsals, knows all the choreography. She goes, oh, no. No, guys. No. Who you playing? Who you playing? Guys, I see it clear as day. This is Keely's redemption arc happening right in front of us, right? Because next episode, we're going to get Keely struggling with being a part of the group, because we're going to get her breakdown and she's going to say, oh no, I hate singing because of the chicken incident, because of what people were saying about me and my mom. I hated this industry, did me so dirty. I never wanted to be a part of it again. But because I'm an artist, I had to be around it. I wanted to work in some form of this industry because this is who I am. This is what I love. But the industry made me hate my craft. Tears, 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 tears. All the girls come around her and say, that was your past. You were a child. You didn't know what you were doing. You're a woman now. This is your moment. Go in the booth and sing over Nivea's songs. Sing over her lines and help us kick off our show. And then Keely cries. All the women come together. They hold her together. Pam prays. She goes in the studio and sings as a single tear falls down her eye. This is her redemption arc. This was her plan the entire time. That's why we still today have no idea what she was doing in this show. That's why she was creating all the chaos and drama in the house, trying to get these women out. So there will eventually be a need for her to join the group and redeem herself. That's exactly what's happening. because she calls her husband, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because of what I've been through. Don't do it. You don't have to do it, honey, because you know what you went through. So we're going to have to get all of that. We're going to get all of what she went through and how everybody was mean to her and how she ended up hating it and blah, 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 blah. And then the ladies will uplift her. She will join the group and the show will end. This is her redemption arc. It's exactly what's happening here. And all of these ladies were used to give her that gift of redemption. So now she can start to be booked and busy and work and not be the villain that she was perceived to be. This whole show is a redemption arc for her. Period. That's what's happening here. I was just like, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing. This is what we're, because she's going to struggle with the decision until finally saying yes. Ciao. Anyway, so Felicia, one of the Tracy demons, ends up being the queen of the week because all of the viable queens have now left. So she is the queen of the week. They get back into the studio. Cosign is there. He apologizes. I don't know why. But I guess it's better to apologize and get the work done than to fight with them Tracy demons and not get nothing done. So he apologizes. And because everything is going great, one of the Tracy demons finds a reason to get mad at him. He can't do nothing right. They brought him there. They paid him to produce this album. You gotta let the guy produce. If you don't like what he's doing, voice that. Like with Pam. Pam said, you know what? I actually like it the other way. He says, we have to, let's just see if we can find a happy medium from the demo that we did the first day to getting the final egg. If we can find a happy medium with the production, then let's see if we can get there. He didn't say this is it. This is what we're doing. Let's find a happy medium. Let's see what works. One of the Tiny Terrors gets mad, goes up to the other Tiny Terror, and she's just like, oh, he's saying that I'm not good. I don't know if he does this with men, but he's doing this with me, a woman. Now feminism is brought back in. Oh my God. Y'all look for conflict. Do y'all get it? Y'all look for conflict. Y'all are tornado chasers. Y'all chase the drama, the negativity, the conflict. Do y'all get that? How can y'all not see it? Because everything was going fine. And because everything was going fine, you found a moment to get angry and walk out. But I will say this, because they realized, I think that Tracy Demons realized that Pam is on her way out and Pam is gone, Shamari is gone. So I think they realized that, right? So the Tracy Demon, one of the Tracy Demons comes back and talks to Cosign, and she's just like, you know what? That really hurt my feelings. This is what I wanted to do. I'm like, wait a minute. So you know how to talk to people now. There ain't no screaming. There ain't calling him a male chauvinist pig. There ain't no saying that he wants to tear down Black women. You are just having a conversation about an issue and finding a resolution. Oh, so we've learned our lesson. Because if Pam and Shamari leave, it's done. It's done. So because there are actual real consequences, now y'all have learned how to speak to people. Child, I guess that timeout actually worked. When you put baby in a corner, you get some results. Anyway, the wardrobe fitting. I felt bad for that guy because it was terrible. It was terrible. He's young, right? So, just give the baby some chances. But it was very obvious that because he was young, I think it's probably one of his first big gigs. I think he was probably intimidated by the talent. So he ended up giving everybody what they asked for and not what was needed for the group. And that's what you're supposed to do as a stylist. You're supposed to see the overall vision before the talent can see before the talent can see it, right? Not everybody is Beyonce, right? So instead, he pretty much just gave them what they requested. So one of the Tracy Demons was just like, Shamari is standing over here looking like Beyonce, and we're looking like her backup dancers. Baby, I fell off my bed because they were right. They were right because Shamari was sitting in a bodysuit with these knee-high boots and these shades, and the twins were in some sweats, looking like nurses. was like, what the? These light blue sweats. I was like, oh, this ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work. And then Pam was in this patent leather, oversized, huge crocodile coat. Yeah, baby, you're going to go back. You're going to go back to the drawing board. But you're young. This is probably one of your first big gigs. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. But baby Shamari, you can tell her that she wasn't Beyonce. Okay. So yeah, I think that next week will probably be the final episode, or if it's not the final episode, I think we will have one more. But I think this show is going to end with Keely being redeemed through joining this group. You got your wish. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? So I'm going to scroll up and get some older comments, and then I will meet you guys in between. Freaking Frack. Yes. Freaking Frack, Cheerio Twins, Tiny Terrors, Trace A Demons. They're all of it. Morgan D said, everybody gone. Everybody is gone. And yes, the twins are still not taking accountability. Absolutely. You know what, Nicholas? The Nicholas Express, I think they all would be great. You know what I mean? Say what you want about the Trace A Demons. They're good for reality TV. I think any show they join, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, The Real Housewives of... none of them can hang with Beverly Hills. I think they could definitely do Atlanta because of the music connection. And I think Candy is on her way out because she has several other projects with the show. With Bravo, I meant. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, they would do great in. I think that's the only show. I can't see them doing good in Potomac. That's a different vibe. New Jersey, maybe. But I think that's about it. Yeah, I can only see them possibly joining Jersey. But yeah, that would be great for Atlanta. Great for Atlanta. She did. She's naturally funny without trying to be Elle. Elle said Misha did have me laughing though. And her skin, her skin. I think that's probably from the smoking and drinking. They don't, Misha and Irish did not take care of their bodies well. Did not, because every time you see them, they got some beer or cigarettes in hand. Like, y'all singers, what are y'all doing? That's like one of the first things a singer is not supposed to do, and that's smoke. What are you doing smoking? And then you're throwing alcohol on top of all that tar, and not smart. Hey, Carmen. Carmen said, yes, the 702 girls were the weakest ones, but the group 702 carries weight in the music industry, and without them, this super group is not so super. They do carry weight, but the weight is Mila. Like, she's the weight. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the other 702 girls are not good. I mean, I told you, they sang one of my favorite songs with Subway, This Little Game We Play, one of my favorite songs of all times. But they were a lot younger then, and they took care of their instruments then. You guys have not trained for 20 years. How you think you're going to go neck to neck with people who have not stopped training for 20 years? The twins are like damn near Olympians to these guys. Like, come on. She did have enough. She was shaking that wig and, rubbing them arms up. Grandma was tired. She was tired. She did, Black Lavender. Black Lavender said Misha was asking where the cameras at, like she wanted to beat the twins up off camera. Oh, God. Oh, my God. The twins were smoking Black and Milds? Oh, I did not see that. I did not see that. Elle said, at the end of the day, there would be no Cherished without 702, Black or Total. Those twins disrespected the other ladies from day one. I will give you that. Calling them old and everything else when they're like 4 years apart. You can call somebody old when they're like 15, 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, oh, old biddies, 4 years. 4 or 5 years? Honey. Oh, what? You're a freshman, they're a senior. You'll be there. You'll be there a lot sooner. I can understand if y'all was like 27. 36? Sit down. Sit down. Black Gal said the twins, whose resume is inflated as well. If they are so successful, they wouldn't need the show and just now making $1 million. Listen, when she said that, she said, we just celebrated because my sister just became a millionaire. How you just became a millionaire and you're writing all these songs? That's where the money is. The money is in writing and producing. So how did you just become a millionaire? The math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. Nah, Monique Tracy, Lo Tracy Diablos. Absolutely. She been wanting to be a part of that group. This show is her redemption arc. And I think because it is her idea, Carlos is allowing her to have a bit of leeway in crafting a storyline for herself. But I see it. Aubrey saw it. That's why you didn't like Aubrey. Aubrey been messy, right? I'm not, sticking up for Aubrey, but that's why Keely wanted her out the house and still don't like her to this day. And Cosign. What is your issue with Cosign? I don't understand why Keely doesn't like Cosign. It doesn't make any sense. Al says you can tell that Pam is one Bible scripture away from leaving too, though. They got one more time to snap, and Pam is gone. Pam is going to have to leave because she throws hands and she's trying to change. Absolutely. Pam is quiet. Pam speaks with her fists. She's saved now, so she's speaking with her words. She's speaking very soft, but they got one more time. One more time, and they both get an attempt right to the forehead. Right to the forehead. Elle said, no, the twins go on Instagram live after each episode. And they never take accountability for anything. They have said even worse things on Instagram. Also, they're just awful. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Black Lavender said, I was cracking up when Keely was talking to her husband saying she might have to fake something so she won't have to sing. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Yeah, she is. It's so obvious. It's so obvious, Keely. It's so obvious. Dr. M said Keely is always bringing up the damn chicken incident. Nobody cares, and nobody really knows. You are the one who keeps on bringing up that chicken incident, Keely. I promise you. It's just you. It's just you. Oh, my gosh. Messy. The Nicholas Express said her redemption would work if all the reviewers ain't clock her already. Yeah. Because she even said it. She was like, then everybody will think, oh, this is what you wanted the whole time. Yeah. Because it's very obvious. It's very, very obvious. Dr. M said Notori is out here killing it. We have all forgotten that she was the victim. Yeah. Good for her, though. She bounced back. She bounced back as a series regular on a very popular TV show. Now she is a millionaire, probably multiple millionaire, multi-millionaire. Megan said if they play that clip of Felicia Fallon calling Cosign a bastard one more time, like they were so mean to that man and wrong. They were so mean and wrong, and he took it. He took it. Yes, Nicholas Express. I like that. The Nicholas Express said, I wish they would have kept that reggae and R&B song for episode 2. I agree. I definitely did like that song. Oh, Monique Adams said Keely and the twins, of course, went on Instagram Live and said that the group had to pretend like they didn't know that she was creative director because they had a whole meeting the day before they moved in. Oh, really? That's interesting. What was the meeting about? The show? Hey, Mackie. Mackie says, Frick and Frank ain't fooling nobody. They're on the same struggle bus with everybody else. But listen, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. Morgan D said, the twins' mouths are so nasty. I really was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt early in the season, but child, I can't with them. I'm on the same page. I'm on the same page because they're so ridiculously talented, right? I just, I don't know. I was just like, okay, the twins are right. They need to change their delivery, but they're right. But they've never changed their delivery. They've just been very mean, still talented. Gifts and talents come without repentance, but it's not a good look. Hey, Trish. Trish said, didn't know the twins are worse on Instagram Live. I saw one Instagram and it was bad in one Instagram Live, but it was like the first one. And, people change. So I thought with maybe feedback, they would, it would be different. But this show didn't do them any favors, and watch, they'll have doors closed even more now in the industry. But a lot of reality TV doors will open for them because they're good reality TV. They're good reality TV. They will create conflict when there is none. That is a producer's dream. Hey, Monique Adams. Monique said the meeting was about the show, and apparently the entire cast was there. So apparently the whole meeting, each other scene was contrived. Oh, I can see that. I can see that. Like I said, with reality TV, a lot of times they get away with calling it reality TV because they're reenacting something that actually happened. So it is true that they all met each other, in the house, but they met each other in the house yesterday. They're just filming it today for the show. So that's how they can get away with calling it reality TV. And also while they're filming, real things happen, So that's why they get away with calling it reality TV. Elle said the twins are the epitome of getting in your own way. I absolutely agree. They're very beautiful and talented, but they're such insufferable people they're so insufferable, people won't want to work with them. But you know what? I will say this about the entertainment industry. There are a lot of terrible people, right? If they're talented, people will work with them because they just see money. They don't care, which is how, a lot of awful people are able to abuse others in very high positions because people, at least the ruling class within the entertainment industry overlook your awfulness if you're talented and can make them money. And that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. We're going to end with Sage Kim. Sage KKM said, thing one and thing two don't think they have to be nice because they are talented, which is true. Which unfortunately is true. I'll end with just enthusiastic and Anuthason said the twins are giving me all my life. I had to fight. Misha was giving me that. That's what Misha was giving me. Oh my God. Oh, wait, what did Monique Adams say? Monique Adams said, I think Iris was saying that as an artist who has been in the industry longer than Los Tres Diablos, she would have been able to import advice and wisdom. I don't think she meant talent. Oh, okay. Well, that I can give her, but still the industry has changed so much. The industry is not the same that it was when you were 12, right? So much has changed. And I'm not saying there's nothing that she can teach or give them, but the twins have still been active in the industry since they, since their group fell apart. They've still been active in the industry. So they know about streaming, about streaming music, about numbers and charts and payola and producing. And like, they know all of those things. So I'm just really confused what specifically Irish could have taught them. I don't know. I'm not saying that she could, but I do not know. That is it for me, family. I'm going to get out of here. I will see you all tomorrow for, we'll see how I'm doing. I might do 2 lives tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to be doing Love After Lockup, which is, I enjoy that so much. That is definitely going to be a mood booster. So I will most certainly see you all here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Love After Lockup. Please keep a lookout on my Instagram and here on the community tab, because I will, if I do end up doing a live, I will post about it at least an hour or so before I go on. Thank you so much, family, for joining me. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that I could, be here. And I'm glad that we could have this fun time together. I do enjoy all of our time together. And thank you so much for supporting me. If you want to continue to support me, please make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe. If you have a good time, if you had a good time, subscribe. You don't have to do any of those if you don't want to. Just thank you for being here. Love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Love Her the Lockup is going to be so fun. Team Timmy. Team Timmy. Team Timmy. Bye, y'all.